This is Movies in Contemplation with Jirach and...
Oh, am I talking to you?
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Hi, gang.
All right, everybody. It's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, we're back to kinky fuckery.
Kinky fucks.
Got a
Indeed.
Cali pick. 50 Shades Darker.
50 Shades.
Well, I guess it is technically a Cali pick, but it's also your pick.
It is.
In a
you
way,
know
yeah.
what? Whatever.
Hey, no, it's fine. I'm going with it.
Fine.
Going with the flow.
We're killing it. All right.
We're killing it.
We're killing it right here.
Let's talk about the wine. A little bit of a disappointment from last 50 Shades from the beginning. The
tickler.
Yeah. This is Distinctive Red, obviously, for the Red Room of Pain.
There it is. Which we don't see too much in this one.
No.
Not in there as much as we were in the first.
No, not at all.
So yeah, that's...
Satisfying finish.
Is that what it said?
The end of the description. It's really...
It says a satisfying finish.
Yeah.
What?
Don't you want a
Satisfying finish.
Who doesn't want
No,
that?
that's what I think that it's a great pick then, because it's a satisfying finish. I mean, that's what we all hope for.
We aim to please, Mr. Jirach.
There we go. Thank you. Lazy.
Okay.
All right.
Moving on.
It's time for the handy-dandy Shakespearean notebook. Notebook.
I got gore-bellied, ill-tempered dunghill.
Oh, jeez.
That is big-bellied, irritable,
Yeah.
heap of excrement.
Jesus.
Maybe.
I think I've got my idea, but...
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But I think, okay, so 50 Shades Darker, it's pretty much the same cast. A couple of new characters come in. We have Jack, Anna's boss from her
Jack.
new job. And then we finally meet Mrs. Robinson. That's Elena Lincoln or something. Yeah. And I just, like, her name always just...
Who? Marcia Gay Harden?
No, Elena.
Who's Elena? Oh.
The one that she was in Batman and LA Confidential and it's with a C or something.
Is she even in this?
Yeah, she played Mrs. Robinson.
Well, I know who she played.
Okay, so she's just
there she is. Kim Basinger.
Thank you. Oh my God, Kim. I don't know why I kept wanting to say like Kat or Kim or Kate. I don't know.
Kim Basinger.
Yeah. Okay, well, where would you like to start? All of my notes are mainly from the book.
The book notes?
Yes. And like where the differences are.
Okay.
And the things that we don't really get to see or know.
Yeah.
So I guess we can do what we did for
Lord
of the Rings if you want.
We can do whatever. So...
Or do like a...
I was a little... Okay, so the beginning of the film, and this could be, like, because I didn't have a time frame on how long it's been. Since they were in the elevator, Christian, and, all that shit when
Anna,
she leaves him. So, I don't know. It was all kind of premature of...
Opie, my God.
Get in there, dude. It was all kind of, like, premature to me. I was like, what is going on? So, she gets a new job. He fucking finds out, and I guess we find out later that he has a fucking portfolio of her.
Yeah.
And every girl
Christian
he submits, submissives.
Yeah, if he finds a girl that fits the profile, like, physically, he pretty much has them, like, followed and finds out, like, all the information about this person. Like, are they... like a background check and shit like that to make sure that they're not like,
psychotic.
Yeah, or they'll fit the profile of a potential submissive.
Yeah.
Opie chewing on that bone is not gonna work.
So, I don't really know how to answer how to ask some of my questions. I might need like a leeway in.
Okay.
So go ahead and hit me with some.
Okay. I will say that 50 Shades Darker, I don't know, I guess in certain ways, I don't know. In the book, Christian is a lot more controlling, moody, and honestly, like, borderline, like, abusive.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, really?
Mentally, like, abusive.
Yeah, I didn't get that from this film.
Yeah,
I did not get that, if anything.
He is so much more controlling in the book. Like, it honestly, like, reading the book, like, it got me to really, like, hate Christian.
Really?
And it's just like, why the fuck does this chick like him so much? Like, why? There were times I was just like, oh my god, this is like really sick. What he just does things that, you know, of course having money helps, but he buys the company that Anna works.
Yeah.
And he actually, like, throughout the second book, he just fights her. He does not want her to work, period.
Yeah, he just wants her to fucking be a sugar child, as it were.
He doesn't like her being around other guys. Even with, like, Jose. Still, like, I think it doesn't take until the third installment. Christian is so against, like, her, like, Christian never wants her to hang out with Jose, or we don't get introduced to this person in the movie, but Kate has a brother, Ethan, who is in the second book. Like, he just does not want her around other men.
Yeah.
He is so just obsessive, and you're mine. You are mine.
Yeah. Well, we get that in the first, and we do see not as much as we saw that in the first movie, I think, but we do see that with him and Jacob.
Jacob?
Oh, Jack. Excuse me.
Okay, Jack. Jack is Anna's new boss.
Jack is essentially Jacob from the Twilight. I did notice.
Think?
I fucking think so.
Yeah, you did. You caught. Let's go there.
Yeah, let's
for a
go
minute.
there for a second.
You caught some shit that I didn't even realize.
I just thought it was so funny. Like, we talked about how so Twilight this shit is.
And even more so, you even said, what did you say, plagiarism?
Yeah. So the fucking mom is a doctor.
Yes.
Okay, and then we've got this other guy who
and she's the one. Well, she's a doctor, and when Christian was brought to the hospital, his mom died of an overdose. He was stuck in the apartment. He was like 4, with his mom dead for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Dr. Grace, that's Christian's now adopted mom, he was at the hospital. She treated him, and she pretty much did what's his nuts did to...
bites him and takes him over.
Yeah, because he was like dying from the war or something.
Some shit.
Yeah, and he's like, do you want to live forever? And there's that very sensual, like, neck biting thing. Well, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, so there was that.
God, yeah, that's funny.
Very
it
similar.
was like, I was just like, the whole time, I was like, is this fucking plagiarism, dude? Or is this like an homage to your fucking love? I can't say that it's an homage to, maybe, I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I haven't read the book.
What was the other thing that you caught that I didn't catch? Or was it I? Or was it me? Was it I?
Was it I?
That caught it.
'Twas you.
I don't even know.
What was it?
Maybe it'll come to me once we
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. And also with Anna, she is so much more like self-deprecating in the books. Like, very that, like, she just always jokes around like, oh, who am I? I'm nobody, and, you know, blah blah blah. But deep down, like, she's really, like, her and Christian are kind of similar, where Christian, he is like, he really hates himself.
Yeah.
He hates himself, like, so much. He doesn't think he deserves anything, kind of thing. And Anna, I guess...
Which is why he's hard on everybody who's pretty much nice to him, which is probably why he pushes his mom away a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't think he deserves love, and that's why he's never had a loving relationship with anybody. And also, we find out a lot more about his past in the books. It's the family that tells Anna. And there's a shrink. Dr. Flynn is Christian's shrink.
Who the fuck is Dr. Quinn? The
Flynn.
medicine woman?
Flynn. Dr. Flynn.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Dr.
Flynn.
Yeah, Flynn.
Okay,
yeah.
Flynn.
Yeah. And they actually meet. Anna and they have like a whole session and all that shit. Like, this book is so detailed.
It's vast, obviously, yeah.
Yeah. There's even shit that's... I'm glad that they didn't keep it.
Speaking of which, I read the contract.
Yes, you did.
You had me read the contract.
I
read the whole fucking thing.
And you What'd you think?
So, first the fuck off. That was a pretty legit contract, I'm not gonna lie. And I want to know if the author actually went to a fucking lawyer.
I have receipts.
Because, I'm sorry.
I have receipts.
She legitimately went to a lawyer?
No.
Receipts.
I found a real contract between a BDSM contract between a dominant and a submissive.
Fuck me.
And this chick, I didn't read all of the article. I was reading this while you were reading the contract, and she mentioned the where the contract in 50 Shades is similar, but not. Like the difference. And pretty much... the one thing that I screenshot, what she says is, let's see, one of the biggest problems in 50 Shades of Grey is the way Christian manipulates Anna. He doesn't wait for her to sign the contract before he starts dominating her, and he pressures her with ultimatums. That's like against the kink practice that they call it.
So the kinksters were probably pissed off when this
maybe. And she ends with and borderline abusive.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got to look at, that's fucked up. Well, the thing and that's interesting now, because the contract is even more interesting to me because of what you just said. Because, and it is funny that he is kind of borderline abusive and whatnot, because in his contract, after reading it, it was very much like there was so much fucking safety procedures in that fucking contract. Mm-hmm. Damn near the whole thing was about safety. And if it's too much for the submissive, you scream out red. Yeah. The fucking dominant stops what he's doing abruptly and da-da-da-da-da. And it was just so much I felt like, I don't know. I was like reading it and it was just like, if you get hurt here, this is essentially... And then it was like, no knives, no burning, no any of this, no any of that. Everything's pretty much blunt. And then I got to caning. And I was like, wait a minute. Caning? And you got all that. And oh my God, it was just, it was a lot of detail, that fucking thing. But props too. But now that I know that it was based off of an actual fucking S&M contract, that's something else.
And also, the chick that wrote this said that Christian should have also, I guess this goes by why these shades of fucked up. Sometimes, especially if you're a new submissive, this lady said that new submissives are afraid to say the safety words because they're afraid they're going to disappoint the dom or pretty much that. Yeah,
that's what the author said, or that's an actual S&M person?
The chick that read the 50 Shades contract, she's been an actual submissive, and she even gives us copies of her contract and shit that she wrote in the contract.
And she says sometimes you don't want to say it because it'll disappoint the dominant.
Yes, so it's the dom's job to look for signs that, like, if the submissive was in real pain. Yeah. Like Anna in the first one, when he was whipping her with the belt, she was crying. She was very obviously in pain.
Right.
I guess if Christian was a real dom, which we find out he really isn't, he calls himself more of a sadist.
Yeah. Well,
he would have picked up on those cues and should have stopped. But he couldn't because he was so into it. He was loving it.
Well, I'm glad to know that real BDSM people those are big no-nos.
Yeah.
Glad to know that it's all about safety.
It's all about safety and what kind of fantasies you want to do in real life. But safely and...
Let's get dangerous!
Let's get dangerous?
But do it safely. I was thinking of that Jim Cummings when he was doing his fucking character. He's Darkwing Duck. He's like, let's get dangerous. All right, fuck it.
That's not Darkwing Duck.
This is Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. But do it safely.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, reading that contract of hers was really, really interesting.
Yeah.
If I can remember, maybe I'll put a link to it. So if anyone's actually interested in reading this article, or you can I just Googled.
Yeah.
I pretty much, just Googled my question, but...
So we saw a lot more of Mom, as in fucking Bella's mom. I mean, Anastasia's mom. Anna's mom. You saw a lot more of her. Not as much, but more than the first.
She pops in, like...
Which...
twice.
I can say I kind of was a little disappointed that I didn't get to see Ray, but
all of the like conversations between Anna and her parents, they're all on the phone because, and you asked this question right when we started. It's only been about a week that Christian and Anna have been apart.
Oh yeah, it's true, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It has not been that long.
Yeah, it feels a lot longer. Yeah. I'm still in the Lord of the Rings world where you fucking
3 years.
5 minutes in the Lord of the Rings movie universe is like fucking 5 years later.
No, but it was only a freaking week.
Yeah.
And even in the book, they just lay it on thick. Like Anna, she loses like a bunch of weight because she didn't eat. And her hair gets like super long. And she just, Christian, when he sees her for the first time, he is just...
Oh, so now it makes sense why he wanted to get her hair done. And he wanted to do all this shit.
Yeah, and it was also for the ball, too.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Okay.
But yeah, they didn't really show that. I didn't see a weight difference with
I didn't see any
Dakota.
difference. Her hair wasn't even fucking...
Yeah.
The only thing the stylist did was put her hair in a fucking ugly-ass lift.
Yeah, it looked like a ballerina bun.
Yeah.
That's what it really looked like. And I feel like Jamie Dornan, he really didn't portray a lot of the, like, broken wing that Christian really is. Like, he's fucked up.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Jamie Dornan for me. See, this is what's really weird. Like, I was not a big fan of him in the first one, but I started to kind of like Christian in this little bit.
So funny because I was hating him in this, like, in the book. The second book, I hate him.
Yeah, and that's why you were telling me all that he's such much more of an ass. It's like I was seeing change from like damn near the beginning of this film with him. The only time we have his huff puff fucking jealousy shit is when he meets Jack for the first time and they legit go South Park fucking ape men. You know, legitimately, they both peacock the fuck up.
Yeah. Oh, Stan's discovered boobs.
Right.
Yeah.
So they both are just doing this battering ram bullshit.
Yeah, it's a pissing contest.
It's a pissing contest.
They even that's what Christian or Anna calls it in the book. Like, what was that? Little pissing contest? He's like, yeah, I see the way he looks at you, and also Jack. In the book, Jack, his description is very different. Like, Jack in the film was way too clean cut. Like, Jack in the book had, like, a ponytail. Like, he was a little...
hipster?
I guess, yeah, because the company was supposed to be a small company, kind of, like, came up on its own kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Jack was way... The description didn't really say if he was, like, good looking or not, but I think...
They tried to... I guess later on in the film, they really try to make Eric Johnson look almost like he was just drinking the whole fucking film.
Yes.
Unless he was supposed to be.
Yes.
Okay, because that's what I was kind of like, okay, he was like very fucking calm in the beginning of the film. He was very like, animated and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, randomly, it looks like he was on a fucking...
bender.
A goddamn 12-hour bender and got 1 hour of sleep.
Pretty much.
And it was
that's
what?
Where it starts. Like, Jack is super excited about Anna. It is a little obvious. Like, Anna says that she's, like, uncomfortable the way he kind of, like, gets a little too close or, whatever. But as the book, like, as it goes on, Jack starts to, like, slowly become a fucking asshole.
Yeah, that was it. So that was the book as well?
Yes.
Because I was even seeing that shit, like, I was just like, well, when he met the second secretary, Hannah,
yeah.
I believe, I was like, okay, he, like, gave this 17-year-old child a look and, like, looked like... But he was doing that to all the women I noticed in the film.
He
was talking to the HR lady, and it was all just kind of like, dude, you are a fucking... He is a little bit of a creep.
Yeah, and and I think... Hannah, I believe she's been at the company a little longer than Anna. I don't know exactly what Hannah does, but I feel like Hannah kind of gave him a look of like, yeah, I know I know what you're about, because we find out, Christian finds out that Jack has had like 3 assistants in a span of like 15 months, and they quit without notice, and they don't say why, and nothing was like ever pursued and whatnot. But Jack, he does go down, and it's the seduction, if you will, when Jack like goes to, I guess really not like attack, but it was different in the book.
Okay, let me talk about the movie real quick. You hang on to what you guys said. Okay. Because that scene where Jack did his... Now, I gotta give it to Eric, because, again, he fucking made me so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was so fucking uncomfortable during that scene. But, just the way that he was doing everything and just got up on her, I was just like, oh my God. Like, I want somebody to come. And he saw, like, everybody left. And then he still shuts the door to the office. There's nobody in the building. He shuts the fucking door.
So she can't escape.
That should have been her first dead giveaway of, like, all right, I need to get out of here. That should have been the first fucking dead giveaway for her. But she, kind of just lets it happen a little bit. And then he has his hand on the door, and then she's finally like, yeah, okay. And then she gets these karate moves out of nowhere and
in the
breaks
book,
his wrist.
In the book, Ray, because Ray's like ex-military, he had her take like self-defense classes.
Okay, fuck. Well, now that makes a lot more sense, because I was literally like, that was out of the fucking blue. You just literally broke his wrist, kicked him in the nuts, and ran. Yeah. I mean, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, it was.
She should have done it.
Straight out of a self-defense class.
Exactly. Yeah. But it was like, when? Like, where did all that shit come from?
Yeah. Well.
And then we get out there into the street, and fucking, I'm like, yeah, Taylor, go get him. And we don't see shit. We don't get shit from Taylor.
I do find out what Taylor did do to Jack.
Please. I need to know. I must know.
He kicked him in the ribs like really hard that it like he didn't have to go to the hospital.
Taylor fucked him up. Why couldn't we see that? Why couldn't we see that?
You love Taylor. We know.
You knew that husbands and boyfriends were gonna go see this fucking film. Why couldn't we get a little bit of fucking Max Martini action in this motherfucker? Like, come on. I wanted to see some motherfuckers break. Anywho, back to your book. Tell me what I hit pause on.
Well, Jack's thing... Well, first, let me backtrack. So, Christian does buy the company. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Anna's pissed about it, but Christian doesn't care.
That was, like, unclear to me if he bought it or not.
He did.
In the movie. Okay.
He already did, like, before Anna even, like...
Said don't?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I was confused by that. I was like,
yeah, this movie just skims through shit, and they skip certain things, and like I said in the first movie, it would be easier to keep up if you read the books. But also, like, even watching the second one, because I read the whole second book, really read, I got all my fucking notes, and then I watched the film, and the film makes me, like, forget shit, which is crazy. But back to Christian, so we kind of see it a little bit in the first one, and not really the second one, but Anna and Christian, they exchange a lot of emails. In the second one, Anna was emailing Christian, well, they were emailing each other. She was doing it on her laptop or her work computer. I can't remember too specifically. But Christian kept saying, stop emailing me on your computer. The emails of SIP, they get monitored. Delete them. And he said, if you're going to email me on your... Well, it was a BlackBerry in the book because it was... and then in the film, it was an iPhone.
Oh, yeah.
But she wouldn't listen. She just wouldn't listen. So Jack, when he corners Anna, he said that he pretty much tries to blackmail Anna because of those emails. So
that's how he found out?
Found out what?
About them and how he was a freak and all that shit. About how he was a freak and all that shit.
No.
Because he went through her emails and shit?
Well, that's... that doesn't get brought up. Not even the book about his kinky stuff. Like, he doesn't even say that he, like, read the emails. He just... Or maybe he does. See, now it's, like, getting fuzzy. If I might have written it down. Yeah, maybe... I guess... Or maybe he does or he doesn't. But he just said that either I turn this email to whoever, or you fuck me. Yeah, he was pretty much, like Anna was saying, blackmailing for sex.
So that was in the book.
Yes.
And then in the movie, we were going, like, full-on rapist.
It was full-on, like, yeah, I don't even know. I guess we're just supposed to assume that Jack just likes sexually harassing his secretaries, assistants, I don't know. Yeah. But I guess we find out a little later that it becomes more than that in the third one. But yeah, but also, Christian is so mad at Anna at first, what happened to her with Jack. And that's what really pissed me off. That he made her feel like her getting assaulted was her fault.
Yeah, dude, that was absolutely not him in the fucking movie. No. He was all fucking, was this the go home moment? No.
No, that was...
Okay, that was later.
Yeah.
No, but it was like, he was a lot more like, oh, you okay? Fucking let me cradle you in the movie. But that is... See, that I saw more of in the fucking first movie. So the question is, where the fuck were they going with this shit in the second? Because I would have believed what you just said from watching the first movie.
Yeah. The second one, yeah, he changed way too fast. And also, like, film Anna, yes, she's supposed to still be, not sure if this is what she wants, but, and let me know if you felt that way, but were you like, hello, Anna, look at how much Christian has changed, like, why are you still second guessing, like...
I thought that I don't know. See, that shit was really weird for me, too, because it was like, I guess that would have to go to the Mrs. Robinson talk. Mm-hmm. When Miss Robinson was... Or I don't even fucking know, man. When Anna was saying something... God damn it. She said something where... So, when they were in the Red Room or whatever, and she wanted to, like, start experimenting in the Red Room and wanted to do all this shit, Christian was like, we gotta walk before we can run. Like, you straight up told me that you were uncomfortable and you left me because of what happened. Mm-hmm. I don't want that to happen again. Let's take this slow. And she was all like, no, I want to do it. Let's just do it. And then they do it. And then later, he said something to her, it was in her apartment. He said something to her and then she retorted with, what happened to walking before we could run? She said that, and I can't remember.
Was that when he asked her to move in with her?
No, it was earlier. I can't fucking remember what, but she said that to him, and I was like, bitch, you're over here fucking doing what you said you didn't want to do, confusing the fucking guy, and trying to get him to go into that state, because it does fucking stimulate you in some manner, or you do find it, attractive in some manner. But now, he fucking is trying to do something, and you're fucking doing the same thing.
Yeah.
They both are just so goddamn...
Up and down,
that it's fucking...
And I'm glad that you caught on to that, because in the book they bring it up a little deeper, that Christian really, like, to me in the film it seemed more like not like playful, like he is cautious, but maybe like he still feels like, oh, maybe in the future. But no, like, Christian was ready to, like, get rid of that room. Like, he was like, I will never bring you into this room again. I do not...
Because of her leaving?
Yes, because of what I am, you left, and I don't want to be that anymore, and I don't want to be in here with you because of what happened. Like, it's still like a fresh wound. Like, I don't want to reopen it. Yeah. But also, like, in the book, I don't know if this was Dakota Johnson's fault or they just didn't really show us enough, but Anna is way more thirsty in the books, like, for sex. Oh. Like, she wants him all the time. Well, they want each other all the time. Like, you thought there was a lot of sex in this film. There is twice as much in the fucking book.
Jesus.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, I mean, as a non-book reader, I thought she was pretty thirsty, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, you read the book, so
It is a lot more. And also, like, Christian is more vocal, like, verbally when they have sex. He says a lot of, like, yes, like, give it up for me, or, come for me. Like,
he did say that.
He said it one time in the film. Like,
oh, yeah.
All the books, he is a lot more...
Don't come yet.
Yeah.
That odd fucking
that
elevator.
One, the elevator thing. Yeah, that happened in the book, too.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody fucking knew it was happening in the book.
No one knew.
Nobody fucking knew that was happening!
There were a lot more people in the elevator, and it took a lot longer for them to get down to the...
Oh my god. Like, for real though, dude. If I was in that elevator and I heard her breathing like that, and even she was right up on top of that fucking woman. They fucking better have known that shit was going down.
I don't know.
Because that was just unreal.
What were your thoughts about... Because we get to really learn Christian's hard limits about being touched. And they did the whole lipstick thing. Like, what did you think about that?
Okay, first off, I was kind of like, okay, lipstick? Like, obviously, I'm sure that was in the book. Mm-hmm. I would have personally just got a magic marker, myself personally.
Well, those are permanent.
Magic markers are not permanent.
Oh, I don't know, magic, Sharpie, whatever.
No, and even a Sharpie will come off skin. When you're a child and you want a tattoo, you always try it.
Okay.
But anywho, no, so for me, I don't know, that hard limit shit, like I said in the previous in the last previous film, I just had a really hard time because, I don't know, everybody takes abuse or that type of damage differently, but in a film aspect or even a storytelling aspect, I still say that the strongest choice would have been that we didn't see his fucking torso until that moment. It would have been the stronger fucking choice to have shown us, the audience, at this point, like, have him have his shirt on the entire first film while he's fucking her and have her be like, what is going on? Mm-hmm. And all of that, instead of this, I'm going to take my shirt off, I'm going to have these fucking wounds, but you can't touch my chest because I'm going to freak out. But you could touch me anywhere else. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, okay, I don't know. See, in a story aspect, in an actual person who's ever experienced this, I don't know. But in a storytelling aspect, if it was me,
yes,
I would have chose to have hidden this. I would have waited until that moment. This moment would have been more powerful, for the viewer.
Oh, yeah.
And especially with the whole lipstick, like, here's your map. Like, I would have been, holy shit, like, that would maybe be, whoa. But because I saw his chest, I see all this shit in the first film, I'm already like, what's the fucking point? Like, why are we doing this fucking tic-tac-toe bullshit on your fucking chest? Like, no, it was not that big of a deal to me. So, and then later on, when he does the map, when they do the map, and then later on when he's all like, Anna, he like confesses to her and he has her touch him for the first time. It's like, okay, for somebody that has been damn near about to slap her every fucking time, that was still too fucking easy for me.
That was the film's fault.
Yeah, that was still too fucking easy for me because you literally had the entire first film and the first half of this fucking movie that we just watched. You had me saying, okay, he hates people that touch his chest, but it was so easy. It would not have been, and you just said it was the film's fault, because it wouldn't have been that easy for somebody who has done that to people their entire fucking life. You cannot touch me there, you cannot do this, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
Any victim of any physical abuse whatsoever, even if they were about to do it willingly to somebody, it would still be so fucking hard. Yes. It would not be that easy.
Yeah. And in the book, it was a lot harder for Christian. Even when there was that moment where he put her hands on his chest, in the book, he could only do it for just a little bit, and it took longer for him to get used to it.
Yeah. And
and this also goes with why he likes to tie women up so he can't be touched.
Does he take his shirt off in the book?
Not.
Do they specify this?
In the first book, they are more keen to tell us that he does not take his shirt off. And
so there you fucking go.
And he also has wounds on his back. She's also not allowed to touch his back either.
Okay. Then movie made a huge fucking mistake.
They did. Yeah.
Because and even I, as a non-book reader, just reviewed. I don't know, man. I just find it very difficult. You're abused in your front. I'm sorry. I find it really hard to think that, yeah, you can just be touched in general. No, man. If you suffered that much fucking physical abuse mentally as well, I personally, I don't think you would be able to fucking allow anybody to touch you in general.
I know, but
I don't know. Again, we need a story.
To go back to, I guess, not trying to, but to defend the film. I guess if they really wanted to go that dark, I don't think people would have wanted to see that. Sorry. I think they were just trying to just make money. Like, if someone really wanted to do kind of like what we're doing, really like dig into what's really going on in these stories, and did a more of like a labor of love, or like kind of like what Peter Jackson did with fucking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
You know, like, has anyone really complained about Lord of the Rings movies?
Not too much.
No, not really. But
I mean, there were disappointments, but I mean, at the end of the day, he did a really good job making a fucking movie out of a vast fucking book.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, okay. I remember what I wanted to say. One thing that also Christian brings up, this has to go with him being touched. He is another layer of why he's scared to be in a relationship with Anna, is that Anna is not a submissive. She's unpredictable. Mm-hmm. And one thing that he admits is, I get scared of you because I don't know when you're going to touch me. So he had to pretty much lay out his rules, and she had to kind of learn, like, okay, I'm going to touch you, like, in the face or something, you know what I mean? Like, she kind of had to learn to give those cues, because she loves him. You know, love gets brought up in this book and film, and a lot more a little later. But he is that scared of being touched. With Anna, he's so used to being, in control. But with Anna and not having the contract signed and all that, like, she just, I don't know when you're gonna touch me, like, and. What was the quote I put? The only touch I knew was harsh. So when someone comes up to touch me, it's always going to be harsh. I am not... Which is Mrs. Robinson's defense on trying to make the harsh fucking hitting as him as a child and turn it into a sexual thing to make it seem like it's okay. Yeah. Essentially. Yeah. Did we talk too much about Miss Robinson? No, that was actually going to be my next... Okay, let's talk Miss Robinson. Yeah, Miss Robinson. Okay, Elena is a little more persistent with Anna. Mm-hmm. Anna wants nothing to do with her, but Elena finds a way to try to either get in with Anna. Like, we don't really know yet, but in the movie, this was at the ball, the mask ball. In the film, Elena pretty much says right away, oh, you can't give what Christian needs, blah, blah, blah. You pretty much threatening her to stay away. Yeah. But in the book, she starts out by saying, if you hurt him, I will hurt you. It's more of like, I care for Christian. I'm glad to see that he's happy, but don't hurt him again, or else. Oh. Mm-hmm. Well, that's a much more powerful fucking choice. I mean, honestly. Yeah, and then... Because in the movie, I was just kind of like, what is the point? Yeah, it was almost like they just brought her, the film just brought her in just to bring her in. Just to bring her in. Yeah. Like, she really, like, I don't know. Because I was seriously just like, dude, I don't understand this bathroom talk. Yeah. I don't see the point of it. You and women talking in bathrooms, you're, like, not into it. I've never been, like, all about Eve. You're just like, what is with these bathrooms? What is with these bathrooms? I mean, I don't know. I guess men talk in the bathroom. Yes, why do you think women go to the bathroom together? So men talk in the fucking bathroom, so they can talk shit about... I am not one of those men! Oh, my God. I do not speak when I'm taking a piss. I don't like it. I hate when people talk to me. Well, women are different. I know, that's fine. That's what they go to. That's their little, like, sanctorium to talk about the guys, or talk in private. No, I get it. Some dudes, it's a safe spot because we know you won't go in. There you go. Yeah. All right. What's the same here, huh?
No, we need an escape.
Yeah, totally. But then there's a weird thing that happens. It ends up going nowhere. And I'm glad that the movie didn't bring this up. But Elena comes to Christian to the apartment. Anna's there. And claims that someone is blackmailing her for like a, quote, small amount of money.
This is Elena?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's out of nowhere. And then we find out, oh, this is why it's important. Elena still has submissives.
Oh.
She has a current one. His name is Isaac, and he is Christian's age, like currently, like in his mid-20s.
Well, if that ain't something.
Yeah, so she still does her dom thing.
Jesus.
I read this, I tried to read through the sentence a few times, but I don't know if it was a fake thing or she made it up, but from what it sounded like, Elena Submissive was the one that made the blackmailed note, but it wasn't serious or something. I don't know, whatever. But at the end of the book, it was kind of how it was played out in the film, where again she's like, you can't give Christian what he needs and blah blah blah, and Christian's like, you only taught me how to fuck.
Right.
Anna taught me how to love.
Now I want to say, in the movie, I will say that particular delivery, I mean, it was kind of
it was a bad line.
It was a really bad line, and especially because we were supposed to we see his mother, we see Marcia Gay, excuse me. We see Marcia Gay Harden come in to play right as he says, "You taught me how to fuck," da 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 da, and then she just goes right up to her and just slaps her and is like, "Get the fuck out of my house." Great job on Marcia, because that was just fucking phenomenal. I love her. Yeah, but I liked that. That made me kind of okay, holy shit. And then she's like, I need to speak to my son alone for a moment, please.
Well, she says it nicely to Anna.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I had a smile on my face. I guess nobody can see.
Yeah, I'm just saying the way it sounded, it was like, Anna,
I need to... Well, essentially. In the nicest way possible, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was firm. It was like, my son was fucking my best friend. And vice versa. But anywho, yeah, that was... I don't know. I liked his mom in this. I liked that you started to see her and the family more.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot more interesting.
And I wish they showed them more, because they were really the way for Anna to find out more about Christian, because he still did not want to tell her anything.
His mom.
About his past. Christian didn't want to tell Anna.
Oh.
Because his family, Mia was the one to tell her, she kind of says it in the film, kind of nonchalantly, oh my God, how do you deal with him? When he was a kid, he was kicked out of, this many schools because he was brawling and blah, blah, blah.
Which makes sense why he had a UFC fucking poster.
Yeah.
A fucking Riddick poster, which wouldn't have made sense, because I'm assuming he was supposed to be our age, so it would have been probably a pitch black. Well,
think of the time. He's in his mid-20s.
I guess he would have had a Riddick, because the Riddick did come out around my high school time, I guess. So it would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and we really get to know Christian's dad. Christian's dad was the one to tell Anna. This is at the ball. He actually dances with Anna.
Oh yeah.
And they kind of talk, and Anna wasn't fishing for tea, but he kind of just talked about how he was found and how he didn't talk for 2 years when they brought him to the house.
Woof.
And the way he started to play piano, that's what kind of helped him therapeutically. And then they brought Maya, the sister, into the home, and that actually made Christian open up
So
more.
all the kids are foster children?
They're all fostered kids.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. From what I gather, I'm pretty sure Elliot is also adopted. I'm pretty positive. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me. But...
So Mia, sorry. Mia arrives third. Or was Christian the first?
Second. I don't know.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But, so Mia, it comes in, whichever the fuck she is.
Yeah.
Comes into the house when Christian, and that gets Christian to kind of open up a little more.
Yeah, he actually really fell in love with Mia as a sister. kind of thing. And when he was a kid, but of course when he got older. But like I had this thought that I remember with what Elena said. She said something. Oh, because in the book, like, while she's getting, like, confronted, like, with Christian and Anna and shit, he's like, what? Like, why do you think, like, is no one gonna be good enough for me? What, do you think you're good enough for me? Like, do you love me? Like, do you want to, like, be with me? Like, you never once said you loved me. You never once, like, held me. You never showed me any type of, like, compassion. But why do you think that you're the only person that cares about me? You treated me like crap. But Elena takes that as, like, she's the one that saved him. I'm the one, like, if it wasn't for me, he would be in jail, he would be, you know, dead or this. Like, I'm the one that showed him how to be a go-getter.
How to find feeling through pain, if you will, I guess.
Yeah, like, and the fact that he's, like, such a good business person, and he's, like, she thinks that his success was all because of her. Because she woke him. He woke.
He woke. Oh man. All right. So, yeah, I guess they could have done more with her. But all right.
They could have.
Do you have anything else on that?
No, not with Elena. That's pretty much
okay.
It.
I want to talk about if we can.
Please.
I want to bring up the Crypt Keeper.
Who?
The Crypt Keeper. I don't know her fucking name. The girl that is psychotic.
Oh my god!
The fucking psychotic skinny chick that
I totally forgot
she
about
looks
her.
like the goddamn Crypt Keeper.
Oh my
we gotta
God.
talk about her.
I'm a hack. I'm fired. Like,
we gotta talk
I'm
about
outta
fucking
here.
her.
Leela. Oh my god. I actually didn't write anything about her on my notes. That's crazy.
She was one of the most important fucking things in this goddamn film.
Yes.
She may not have been, I mean, in the book
you
per
are
se,
correct.
but...
You are correct. Yes.
I'm just... So I was like a little bit... And because we had her and Jack, we had these two fucking conflicting...
Yeah.
I was sitting there saying, okay, well, who fucking demolished her car? Because I don't see the Leia.
It was her.
It was her that fucked
Leela.
her car up and threw paint all over it?
Yeah, Leela does a lot. Like, I guess I don't know, they kind of like hinted to you, but Leela does a lot more damage than, like, we think. Like, in the book, Christian finds out that she already had a gun before Anna and us, the audience. Leela's in Anna's apartment with the gun.
Fucking, she steal it from him?
No, she did something where she was able to get one. I don't know if she's like a fake ID or like I don't know. She did something.
She's not even of age.
Well, I don't want to. Well, because she tried to commit suicide and blah, blah, blah. Like she did something to not get either like a background check on her or something, because I'm gonna assume in Seattle you gotta have a background check for guns. I don't know.
I mean, you can fucking...
I don't know guns.
I don't know. I look at it like, yeah, you gotta get a background check. But
yeah, I know Christian...
Some people that sell them will sometimes fucking ixnay the background checks and just have you fucking take them. That's the shadiness.
I just say that because
sometimes.
I just say that because Christian mentions that she was able to get a gun by doing something that wasn't on the up and up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yes. And this is also really important, and I don't know if you caught this. So the only... Okay. Are there any questions about Leela that you want to know? Like, what were your thoughts?
So when I first...
I feel like I'm interviewing you. I love it.
You are, kind of.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I was a little weirded out by the first meeting. Not even that it was a weird thing. Well, it was. When she shows up outside of Anna's office, and she's like, Anna? And trying to talk to her, like, legit. And then it was like, okay, she's trying to, hi, do I know you? Like, trying to have a legit conversation. She puts her fucking hand up, and then you see the fucking, she obviously cut her fucking self.
Yeah.
A bandage, and it's fucking wearing it like a badge of honor, if you will. But then Jack comes out and just walks Anna away.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, okay, what was the point of that?
Well,
other than we need to find a way to get Anna to have talked to this person.
Yeah. Well,
like,
did you see her in the beginning of the film that did you see Layla in the background of certain scenes in the beginning following Anna?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I got it. I got that she was following her, but my thing was okay, she legit was trying to have a conversation with Anna. What was she going to try to say? And then Jack fucking interrupts, walks her away, and now all of a sudden, after trying to have like a personal conversation, now all of a sudden in the film, I need to start believing that this woman that was trying to talk to Anna is now pissed off, throwing fucking paint on her car, bashing her fucking car with a sledge, if you will, and then just ruining her life.
I'll tell you why.
Then she tries to kill her.
I'll tell you why. Because she was following Anna, she was following Christian, she was following both of them. And Layla was seeing that she still calls him master.
Right.
That he's doing all the stuff with Anna that she wanted. Because Christian even said once Anna knew who this Layla was, he said, she was a sub of mine 2 years ago. She wanted more. I didn't. We ended things. She got married and blah, blah, blah. But I guess it's more complicated in the book. But she gets...
So either so as a non-book reader, and this is what I took out of it with that whole bit. So she was a sub of his. She wanted to take it farther. He didn't. She moved on. She met a husband. She got a husband. He died in a car crash. Now... here comes the fucking conspiracy theories in my head for the film. So number one, we have PTSD was what drove her nuts. She lost her husband. She goes back to the first thing that she loved, which was the master, and then that takes her back into the thing. Or we can go ahead and believe that she tried to move on. She tried to have a husband. She was the one that fucking killed him in the car accident because she didn't get over Christian. She kills her husband in the car accident. Goes over, tries to get Christian again, and he doesn't want anything to do with her. Slices her wrists in front of his fucking housekeeper and is all like, take me, Damien. And then we're at where we are at with her and Anna. Now she hates Anna because Christian wants nothing to do with her. I don't know. Am I right or wrong?
You're wrong.
I figured.
Kind of.
But again, that's a non-book reader. I don't know. This is just my aspect. Like, those are the two possible ways from watching this film that I thought of.
Right.
Like, yeah. I was like, okay, what?
Yeah, no, that's interesting. But I don't know. In the book, they made it more complicated. Like, she left her husband for another guy, and the guy that she was seeing, he was the one that died in the car crash, not the husband. The husband's still alive, has no idea where she is, and kind of like, whatever, kind of like a whatever.
Kind of like mine way better.
Yours is more like, ooh. Again, a conspiracy theorist would come up with. But yeah, I'm going to assume that I'm pretty sure she wanted to go back to Christian.
Yeah.
He's with somebody else doing all the things that she wanted to do with him. And the cutting herself was more of she really didn't want to kill herself. It was more of a way of getting attention.
There you go, yeah.
There it is. But a funny thing, in the book, I mean, Anna, I guess, kind of does it in the film, but Anna just, even before the whole confrontation between the two lookalikes, I guess, she thinks, man, but what if Christian does go back to Layla? What if he wants her? Oh my God, what would I do? Because she gives him all the things that he wants, and I don't. I'm just not good enough. Her whole thing is, instead of seeing, a sick person, going through some shit, she thinks that Layla's gonna steal Christian
from
her in the book kind of thing. Yeah, because it does happen when Layla's in Anna's apartment shooting the gun, and she's saying, what do you have that I don't? Master sleeps in your bed. Why does he do that with you? What do you have that I don't?
Right.
And Christian comes...
That was a powerful fucking moment, yeah. I'm not going to lie.
And Christian
that made me very
comes up
yeah.
and kneel. He tells her to kneel. She kneels exactly the way a submissive is supposed to.
Yeah. On
her, knees with her hands on her thighs, palms up. He starts stroking her hair.
So what I did see that my boy was gonna move in on her ass.
Taylor was gonna.
I did see.
He was gonna fucking
I did see that my boy was gonna move in. So what in the book was he was he about to fuck her ass up in the book, or did Christian do pretty much what he said? He was like,
It was that.
Christian, he was like, Taylor, let me handle this.
Yeah, because, like, Christian, he even says, like, this is someone that was in my life. I do care about her and her well-being. Like, I don't want her to...
Well, obviously through the contract.
Yeah.
Fuck, like, he's got somewhat of a fucking...
Yeah, he doesn't want her to die. Like, he sees that she's suffering, and he wants her to get help. Yeah. And he wants to try to help her. He's been trying to locate her, like, this whole time, but she's just been, dip-dotting away and just... hiding who knows where in the garbage, probably, in a dumpster. You look like a dumpster. Anyway. But yeah, and it's even like, it goes even like deeper, because when Anna finally comes back to Christian's, oh my God, Mr. Mouth there.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
I just got excited.
You got really excited just now.
Oh, Mr. Gray.
Pouring water all over your chest.
There's boundaries.
Those are my boundaries.
Those are my boundaries. Do not cross them. Let me write it with lipstick to try to make it more exotic or erotic.
This isn't really my color. But when Anna finally returns to Christian's apartment, because she does run away, she runs off from Taylor and goes for her walk to like digest what happened. When she comes back to Christian's apartment, she's like, where's Leela? Like, is she here? Like, what happened after I left?
Oh.
And he said, well, I got her calmed down and I gave her a bath. And Anna's like, what? Like, oh my God. Yeah.
See, I thought that it was all a little bit...
Like, Christian
in the movie, I'm getting all this
Okay.
now from the book, from what you're saying. In the movie, it was just like, I don't know, because it was, she's got a gun, she fires the fucker at Anna, which right there should tell you this bitch means business. She just fired a fucking gun in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
In an apartment building,
Yeah.
no less. So nobody will do that unless they know they're going to get fucking caught. She fires this fucking gun, so she's obviously going to fucking do something.
Do something, or doing something to get Christian's attention.
Yeah,
that too.
But, anywho, we do all of this, we're seeing all of this, and then Christian comes in, and then he gets the gun, he gets her in the submissive, and then he says, Taylor, get her out of here. Like, get Anna out of here.
Yeah.
And Anna is, in the movie, it just, for me, it was like, okay, I get it. Like, she scared me, yeah, but you scared me more because I saw of what you did to her. I can't do that for you, Christian. Bitch, she almost died, and that's what your thought is? Your thought is fucking... Christian, the way that you did that to her, I can't be that for you. She shot at you!
I know.
She shot at you!
That's our Anna!
Fucking, and then I felt so bad for Taylor because Taylor was like, Miss Steele. And then she wouldn't get in the car and he was like, Miss Steele. And then he just goes, Anna!
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, Taylor! And she was like, no, Taylor, no!
Yeah.
And walked off. And I felt so bad for him. It was like he was the one in love.
No.
No, I meant in that aspect. For me. Because
like
it was
really
like,
cared.
because he did and he does. And you've got me seeing throughout the first fucking film him warming up to her. She warming up to him. And then he's just, Anna! No, Taylor! Fuck you, minute.
Well.
And then he gets in trouble with Christian.
Well, it's funny. We don't really know, but...
In the book, does he apprehend her?
No.
Fuck her up? No.
No. Okay, let me, finish...
Yeah, go ahead.
Leela, and then we'll do, again, our honorable mention will be Taylor.
Yay! My boy!
My boy, Blue!
My boy, Blue! I've abandoned my cat! No, fine.
So yeah, that's Anna. She fucking, I saw the way you looked at her and how you were able to control her and just the look in your eyes. It scared me. And he even says it. That's the only thing I knew to do
that would work to save you. Exactly.
And he gave her a bath because she was probably living in a dumpster.
Look at her. She fucking had a bloody rag on her wrist.
Yeah. Why do you want me? Look at me.
There's a reason I called her the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's like, she hasn't showered in who knows how long, you know? And he was showing her some type of, like, compassion, affection, and he put her in a psych ward so she can get the real help that she needs. Mm-hmm. Like, shut the fuck up, Anna. Yeah. You know, like, ugh.
Goofy.
Yeah, now you're the one that's the fucking dumpster. Yeah. I can't stop saying dumpster because I think of Gia Gunn from Drag Race. That's what she says. You look like a fucking dumpster.
Oh my god. All right. Jesus.
But yeah, it's just like that with Anna. I don't know. It's that whole thing where they both don't think that they're good enough for each other and
yeah.
Get over it. But with Taylor, it's a funny thing that you, like, mention, like, Taylor getting in, like, trouble with Christian, because Anna kind of does it in a way, because something happened, I don't know, I can't remember which part, but it had something to do with Leela, where I think it was after the car thing, because they didn't go in the film, they went to Christian's boat, they go to a hotel, and Taylor made the reservations under his name.
Under Taylor's name?
Yeah, so they were pretty much under, like, Mr. and Mrs. Taylor. And Christian and Anna were, like, having fun with it just, like, for a minute, calling each other, like, oh, Mr. Taylor, oh, yes, Mrs. Taylor. And then the next day, not the next day, or whenever, Taylor, like, picks them up, and we find out that Taylor has a daughter.
Oh, my God.
Because Christian asks, like, how's your daughter? And Taylor's just kind of like says like, oh, she's okay kind of thing. And we don't really get much little later on because, of course, Anna and us were all like, holy shit, he has a daughter? And Taylor kind of asks like, oh, you know, Anna, you know, and like, hi, in a way, because he's still professional.
Right.
And Anna says something kind of like, to be like cheeky, like, oh, the other day I was Mrs. Taylor. And Christian gets so pissed by this that I'm pretty positive that Taylor got like a stern talking to, because he was kind of like, he was playing along, but it wasn't like Christian thought that Anna was being flirty.
From what you tell me in the book, that it makes sense. Yeah. Even his own fucking bodyguard,
who he trusts like immensely. To
one of the four people that know about Christian's fucking contracts. If you will.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's... Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. But I guess we do find out Taylor, he's, like, divorced, and his daughter had, like, some type of illness. Oh, no. But I think the ex-wife made it worse than it is, but she's, like, okay. We do find that in the end.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Great. One other thing I want to mention, which is in the book, because Kate she's nowhere to be in this part because she's in Barbados with Elliot.
Okay. That's Kate.
Yeah,
okay.
The roommate. But at the end of the book, this was, because I guess we didn't mention, Christian does ask Anna to move in with him, and then after the whole touching the chest thing, or even, I don't know, in the book I feel like that's when he proposed to her. It wasn't the whole dream thing. But yeah, he asks Anna to marry him. He asks Anna
marry yourself.
Marry yourself, Anna, be your own wife. I am thy own wife. This is at the party, at Christian's like birthday party and blah blah blah, and it's Christian's helicopter goes down too, and that's kind of a thing, and whatever. It's It's like, okay, something to, oh my god, Christian, you might be dead, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Kate, we finally see Kate at the party, kind of. We see her a little bit. Before that, she has this she has this printed email having something to do with the contract. And she goes up and, like, confronts Christian about it. Like, what the fuck is this with the contract? What are you doing? This is before she knew about them being engaged. So she, like, kind of finds out.
Yeah.
And Anna does, like, diffuse the situation, and so does Christian. And Anna's like, Kate, things are okay now. You've been gone. A lot of shit has been happening. You weren't supposed to know this, but it's fine now. I have consented to marrying him. They say this a couple times in the book too, even when Christian like announces their engagement.
Yeah.
Anna has consented to marry me. I love that they use the word consented.
Consent.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
But that was like a fun moment of Kate being, best friend. Like, what are you
You totally wouldn't see that in this movie, Kate. Movie Kate's completely different.
Kate is so flighty and just...
Yeah.
She doesn't give a shit.
Right. It's like the roommate I guess you would want in college that's never really around.
Sure.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I love my college roommate.
Thomas. I loved my college roommate as well.
Yeah. All right, what else?
Anything else? Like
the helicopter thing was interesting. So for me with this film, from the first, I at least had moments that kind of made my fucking mouth widen.
Really?
In
In what way?
Not in that way. No, in like a no. No. In the way of like just the shit that just happened, like with Jack and the whole rape almost shit. Like I was literally like, what? And we did see this in theaters, but I did tell you I don't remember anything about this one. I don't remember anything about the third. I remember a little bit about the third.
No, yeah.
But the one that I remember the most was the first one, because you and I have watched the first one at least a couple of... I don't know how many fucking times we watched it, but I fucking remembered a little bit about the first one.
Of course.
And I even remember our theater viewing of the first one.
I do too.
I don't remember our theater viewing of this one nor the third.
I remember one moment, and I was waiting for you to react.
I don't remember. Oh.
It's when they were sailing, and Anna says, "I'm a captain." You laughed so hard. You were digging her to the ground for that line. I can't remember why you found it so funny. Because Christian was teaching her how to sail the boat.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm doing it. I'm a captain." And I was waiting and you didn't say anything.
I don't remember that. Oh, see, I don't remember. Oh, fuck. God. Oh, all right.
You hated that moment the most.
No, yeah, and now that you're telling me that, I'm trying to remember what about that would have been so fucking annoying. I don't know.
I think just
annoying.
It's just a stupid line. I think you didn't
it's just stupid. I'm the captain.
Yeah, like she's a child.
Yeah,
kind of
shut the
Maybe,
fuck up. I don't know. I'm the captain. The captains are never the ones to fucking handle. It's the helmsman.
Yes, and I'm sorry to steer you away from your thought
No.
process, but you said with the whole Jack thing and the helicopter, you had moments where your mouth was
right, where the surprising shit, there was so much more of that. And
there were a lot more stakes. They were just...
Yes, exactly. There were a lot more stakes, and it just gave me more than, in the first one, it was just, oh, we're going to have sex, and the whole conflict of this fucking movie is...
The contract,
how I can fuck you and how I can't.
Yes.
This one, it was, we've got a possible fucking rapist. We got a
ex-sub.
We got an ex-sub who is fucking damn near about to commit murder to the new sub. Fucking Christian goes down in a helicopter and everybody's freaking the fuck out. We've got three new conflicts instead of this fucking goddamn sexual contract.
Yeah.
So for me, it was okay, there's a little, at least we have some diversity
Got
here.
some action happening.
Right. We got my boy Taylor.
Oh, Taylor, man.
Coming at it. And I still didn't think they did him enough justice in the fucking film.
I know. And it's interesting in the book because when they found out that Leela was able to get into the garage or and the apartment, Anna describes how horrible and defeated Taylor looked and just was for he didn't feel like he did his job, he didn't protect, he wasn't there to protect, he was just so oh my God, what did I do to how did I miss this, how did I fuck up so much, they could have been killed or whatever, right.
In the movie when you see that the fucking 8 guys that get out of the car, everybody's just kind of looking around fucking jacking each other off, all so what happened?
Yeah.
And it was kind of boys, you're professionals.
Yeah.
You know what to do.
In the book, they bring in a second guy. His name is Sawyer. Christian didn't want Anna to work, period. But she kept saying, like, no, this is the one thing you are not going, not one thing, but like, this is something that I'm going to put my foot down. Like, I have to work. I want to work. Like, she's very, she doesn't like the money thing.
Yeah.
And she's never been about money. Like, her aspirations were never to be rich. And that's why, like, money and things, like, are uncomfortable, that she, like, and she was even saying, like, how am I going to get used to living like this? Because it's not something she ever really was a goal for her. But this guy Sawyer would, like, drive her to work or, like, escort her to work and also, like, keep an eye on her. She hated that because Christian would be like, okay, you're fine. You're going to work. Because this had to do with, like, Leela, because she was still out there.
Yeah.
Like, you are not leaving. Mrs. Jones, my housekeeper, she's going to pack you a lunch. Do not leave. And then Jack at work says to Anna, go get my lunch from this place, blah, blah, blah. And then she leaves. Everything's fine. She came back to work fine. And then Christian finds out and gets so pissed.
Finds out about what? Jack trying to do?
No. Anna leaving her office without Sawyer or whatever, yeah.
Oh, and he freaks the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's just like another...
So was the Sawyer dude there when Jack was doing the fucking rape thing?
No. I think it, like, that kind of ended around... Not, like, ended, but I think he wasn't, like, her bodyguard, like, hip to hip.
He was, like, a chauffeur.
He was, like, a chauffeur, then he would hang around, like, across the street at the coffee shop to, like, he was like the lookout.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, security did go to that building too. It was just a moment where nobody was there. I don't know if Jack timed that perfectly or what, but he was, like, drinking during that.
I thought I saw him drinking something,
Yeah.
but I couldn't, and it kind of took me to, oh, what, you're just fucking, the one girl went and you're just on your couch just drinking out in the fucking middle of your office. And you have an HR department who obviously comes upstairs. I mean, HR doesn't do shit anyway.
Exactly.
But let's be real here.
Let's be real,
human resources.
HR, you're shit.
But I don't know. But that's that.
Yeah.
So...
Do you have any other questions or qualms or disputes?
I feel like I did, and...
Issues?
It got fucking, like... And then I got distracted.
Say a name. A word.
Or
a blow.
Shit!
Well, then...
It was a good moment, though. Fuck. I think it was.
Damn.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
Oh. When she gets Jack's job.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
When she gets Jack's job, we are in this meeting and she's essentially Jack and everybody's like having their little talks or whatever, and then she's like, well, we should do shit online because that seems to be the new now. And then we have who was the main guy? Roach or Roke something. Bruce Altman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the act, yeah.
I thought, and I don't know, this is probably just
Roach,
because
yeah.
I've seen Bruce Altman in certain films and he's a pretty good, like, creep.
Creep?
Yeah, I think. I can't remember what movie I've seen him in, but he is kind of like a creep in another film or show or something. Because he's essentially like... Because I was kind of like, oh my god, we're going to have a second Jack, but it's going to be older. Because of that actor. I've seen him, but he's a wonderful creep. He plays that creep really good.
Wait, was he the Hitchhiker?
No.
Not the first one. The first... So not the Sean Bean. Like,
no, that was Rutger Hauer.
Okay. I don't know why. Like their faces.
They do kind of look the same,
similar, yeah.
But no, he was in something else, and he was kind of like a creep. But anywho, I thought he was going to be like a creep, and then he was just like, "No, man, you want the job? Okay, well then you can partially be fucking." But I liked that. It was kind of like, okay, yeah, she got it, and then she tried to be like, "Christian, what did you do?" He's like, "I didn't do anything."
Yeah, it's all you.
I seriously didn't do anything.
Yeah, it was nice for Anna to get that out of something horrible that happened. I can't remember if I think it might become I think it does end up becoming permanent.
Right. So they all say that Jack resigned in the movie, right?
Right.
So Christian calls...
Roach. Well, Roach...
He calls him?
Yes.
So he was the one that said... He told Roach fucking Jack tried to rape an employee.
I know Roach was in he was in the mix, but I don't remember because I don't remember how it happened, but they made it like, yeah, Jack just resigned. I don't know. I can't remember why they decided to it just seemed like the whole sexual harassment thing was like swept under the rug. And I don't know why. I think it's ridiculous, but maybe
for the time, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we find out more in the third one. Maybe because
this was all pre hashtag Me Too, right?
Yeah.
It was all.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. But maybe I think we find out more in the third one what really happens because spoiler alert, Jack tries to ruin Christian. Yeah. Like, he wants revenge. And we see in the end of the film and the book, Jack is like...
And it was that weird moment, going back to Jack, was that weird moment when he got into the fucking masquerade.
Yeah, that was him.
He fucking sneakily, just like a little sneaky snake.
He was wearing a mask, maybe,
He just fucking snuck in through their security and all that shit.
Yeah, that was before the assault.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess. Yeah, and that was another thing. It was like, okay, we got these two characters that are trying to go after both. It was kind of like, all right.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. I really didn't think too much about how it got handled.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the easiest way. I was almost going to say like businessly.
Yeah.
Professionally, probably not. But maybe a deal was struck. Like, you can't ever work ever again. And this and this and that. If it's either that or jail kind of thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
That is something interesting that I think would be something to figure out for the third one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what? I didn't even think about that. Like what? How? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Weird. Well, I think I'm pretty much done. I don't think I have...
You're done, like, officially?
No, I don't know. I don't think I have anything else.
No, it's fine. No, we've talked about a lot.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, I pretty much got through
I guess
most of my notes.
You were telling me that his dad had a big part in the book, and we didn't even see he saw his dad one time in this one.
Yeah.
And he didn't even say anything. And I mean, but I liked his mom.
It's not, it's not even...
Marcia Gay, I don't know how she says it.
Yeah, we do see more of the family. Even Mia, she's around a little bit more, but...
That's all I got.
All you got?
All I got.
All right.
All right.
Then I have nothing left to give.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say in our handy-dandy Shakespearean notebook.
Oh, fuck. I lost the pages.
Oh, no. Well, fuck it. We're not going to re-say it. Everybody just hopefully remembered. So...
Fucking puta.
I'm going to go ahead and say that it was Jack.
That's what I was thinking, too.
Because it was.
It was pretty much a dead giveaway.
Yeah, he was fucking...
After randomly...
douchebag, rapist.
Yeah.
Douche.
He didn't have, like, a belly or anything. But,
no, he didn't have a belly. I mean, he's a pretty attractive man, if you will, I guess. But...
Pretty boy.
He was a pretty boy.
He was a pretty boy with scruff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a very,
Ooh, tell me. Oh, my God.
I don't know. I was thinking of that stupid vampire show in New Orleans.
What?
Wait, a lot of them have to do with New Orleans. That fucking one on HBO. The vampire show.
What?
Blood. True Blood.
True Blood?
Yeah.
Was that HBO?
Was it?
I don't know.
Fuck.
I didn't watch vampire TV shows. I didn't watch vampire things since...
I wasn't a big True Blood fan.
Vampire...
I don't know. He has that look of a fucking True Blood vampire.
Sure.
If you will.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, we already know what's next.
We already know.
We're going to do what's the second Lord of the Rings?
Two Towers.
Two Towers.
Yeah, we're going to do the Two Towers.
And that's like...
Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers.
Like, not as favorite. It's not like the most favorite of the three.
Is it not?
That's what I heard.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I
that people liked that the least.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I liked that one a
lot. Oh, okay.
I think a lot of it... That kind of... I don't know.
I heard just something about it's just walking trees or something.
I mean, you're not wrong. I think what really... Okay, well, we'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll talk
there.
about it. We've got time.
Ask me the question.
Would you watch this second film without me?
No.
Of course.
But it was a step further from the first.
It was a step up from the first.
You know, because of all of the other shit. Because of the other things,
the drama,
because of the drama that was happening, because of the other conflicts, it made it a little bit more watchable for me because it gave me like oh my god, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what is this? It wasn't a.
You were more glued. I did have to tell you to focus a few times, but you didn't really. While watching the film, you didn't really make fun of it as much as you did the first one.
No. I only really make fun of just some of the shit between Anna and Dorian.
Yeah, it's
or Christian, excuse me. I just get...
It's a little odd. I think
it's shit. That
they
shit
get a little better
with
the chemistry in the second one. I think they had to really work at it.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I kind of agree with you, but like, I feel like I've reread this first book and I've watched the first movie the most because I like the simplicity of the first book.
Yeah.
But I do agree that the second one does add a lot more drama and a lot more oh my god than just I don't know. It's you know, it's a whatever.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone, again, the Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers next week. Two Towers. We would like to thank everyone for listening once again.
Thanks for sticking in.
Thanks for sticking in. Yeah. Stick it in. Anywho, but no, we really appreciate it, everybody. Contemplators, love to have you. You can find us on all podcasting platforms.
Yes, please give us a like, a subscribe, and let us know how we're doing. How are we doing?
How we doing?
Let us know. We're all over social, the meds. We are movies.contemplation_pod on Instagram. Movies_pod is our Twitter. Movies and Contemplation is our Facebook. And our email, movies.contemplation@gmail.com.
Yes, everybody. So thank you so much. And we will see you next week with the Two Towers.
Yes, the Two Towers.
All right. Bye, baby.
Bye. It takes two, baby.